What's up, my dudes? So today is going to be quite an interesting video because I have two fragrances that were created either in collaboration or by two reviewers that are for in the fragrance review community. Well, one is no longer. And they created these two scents, and I was sent them by one of my subscribers, T-Frag. And so I wore them for a couple days, and now I can tell you what I get from them, whether I like them or not, and whether you should try them out. So without further ado, let's get it. Alright, my great smelling dudes, welcome back to my channel. This is Randy, aka Fragrance Dude, back with another fragrance video. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I really appreciate it. It always helps out my channel. Before I get into the video, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for future notifications. If you can, I'd really appreciate it. Also comment below, let me know if you've tried either of these or if there is any other collaboration from reviewers that have done fragrances that you would like me to try. If so, I'll go out and try them myself if I can. So again, these two, one of them, I don't know who the reviewer is. I know he's not reviewing anymore, so I don't even have a name. The other one will be in the description. He's been in my channel before and in my lives. If you've seen him, his name is Joey, and he goes by Joey Cannoli with the Cannoli Mafia, but it's an Unaverage Joe, and he does lives and reviews and stuff like that. And so he did, in collaboration with a guy, I believe his name's Mike from Makin Scents, they created an Unaverage Patch or Unaverage Patch. It's supposed to be based on the different advertisements that I've seen. It's supposed to be modeled after Sour Patch Kids, and so I'll let you know if I get that from it. And then the second one, again, I don't know this guy's name, but he created a few other ones, and this is by Coastal Carolina Parfums. I've talked about it on my channel, on my lives. It's Southern Peach Tea. So I'm going to talk about Makin Scents, an Unaverage Patch or Unaverage Patch first. And so the main notes that you get, or I should just say, I'm going to give you the notes. There's a lot of them here. And so the note breakdown for this is blueberry, raspberry, lemon, lime, berries, pineapple, bergamot, cane sugar, vanilla, and ambergris. Yeah, you can get this. I believe there's a 17 milliliter bottle that comes for 20 bucks or something like that, and it goes up to $70. I know there's a 50 mil in there as well. I should have probably done more research about this before I made the video, but I guess that makes it a little bit more honest. So again, this is going to be all completely honest reviews. So I had my wife try out both of these as well. I'll do the Makin Scents Unaverage Patch first. So I have that on my left wrist, and I have the Southern Peach Tea on my right. So I already know what I get from it though, and I already asked my wife, when you first spray this on, I told him, even though it's has that, you can tell there's that lemon, that lime, real citrusy, real tart, mixed with those berries, those blueberries and raspberries, all mixed together. It feels like a bag of Sour Patch Kids. It's sweet, it's sour, it's tart, it's in your face. It is really, really potent, especially in the beginning. It's for about the first 20 to 25 minutes that you really get that sour tartness. My wife does not like the opening. She said that it's just way too sour. It does smell like candy. She said if I like to wear candy, I would definitely like that. My daughter does like it though. My daughter's 12 and she does like the opening. She says it smells like a Sour Patch Kid, blah, blah, blah. I think it smells like an atomic warhead, one of those blue raspberry atomic warheads, especially in the opening. And then you also get a little baby bit of vanilla in the background. But it's weird because I thought it was going to be like, because of the color of the fluid is blue, I thought it was going to be like a blue raspberry Sour Patch Kid. But it really feels at certain times like a blue raspberry Sour Patch Kid, a lemon Sour Patch Kid, a lime Sour Patch Kid. There's all kinds of different flavors going on in this fragrance. And I say flavors because it does seem a bit gourmand, but in its own right. It's a different, it's almost like it created its own section of gourmand because of the sour tartness. It's like a candy. I would put it more into categories like Valentino Coral Fantasy, where it feels like a candy apple. This is like an actual candy. So anyway, as you work your way into the mid, into the dry down, as far as my opinion on the opening, I don't know when I would wear it. I think it smells really nice. It's in your face, but it's sour tart. I don't know what situation I would wear the opening. But again, about 15 to 20 minutes into the fragrance, when it starts to die down, those citrusy, sour tones start to dissipate, and you get left with a little tiny bit of this pineapple as well as this vanilla and almost like a patchouli. Even though there's no patchouli in this, I get a little bit of patchouli on my skin, but for the most part you get this like vanillic with a little touch of like a fruity note in the background. It actually is quite nice in the dry down, and I would wear it for like date nights, fall, winter, stuff like that. I also think that I could wear it probably in the spring as well, but I do really like the dry down. The dry down is quite nice. I didn't like it the first time because, again, I sprayed it on and I was going as like a regular person and just smelling based off the opening. And to me, I was thinking to myself, when am I going to wear this? But again, if you like Sour Patch Kids, you like those sweet, you like those tart fragrances, you're going to like this fragrance, and that's off the opening. If you don't like those type of fragrances, then you definitely should try out the dry down, because that is obviously going to be the next 5 to 6 hours of the fragrance, and it smells actually really nice. Again, you get that vanilla, a little bit of ambergris in there, as well as some patchouli. It's a patchouli vibe. I don't know if there's actually patchouli in that. I'm gonna have to ask him after this. But overall, I do like the fragrance a lot. I'm still unsure on when I would wear it. To me, if I'm going to wear it later at night or during the fall and winter, I'm going to have to spray it before I leave, because that opening, that sweet, that tart, that sourness, I would need to either dial back the sprays or I would have to spray it before I left, because I would want to smell like the dry down before I left. That's my opinion on it. Again, my wife does like the dry down. She does not like the opening. Overall, the fragrance is really good. For the price, you should definitely go out and try it out. At least get yourself that 17 milliliter. I think that Joey did a really nice job, and it was really unique. Something that I haven't sampled before in the fragrance community. So really nice job. So the next one on my list, I honestly think it's going to be in one of my favorite fragrances that I've tried out this year. And this again by Coastal Carolina. It is Coastal Carolina Parfums. It is Southern Peach Tea. So anyway, with this Southern Peach Tea, I don't know if it's an elixir or not, but it feels a little bit thicker, maybe like a parfum. But don't count me on that. Go look at the website. I honestly should have done my research. But anyway, this is Southern Peach Tea, and the main notes that you pull from this are orange, cardamom, Georgia peaches, sweet steeped Southern style tea, fig, musk, and vanilla. So with this fragrance, I'll get the performance out of the way. I get 6 to 8 hours, more closer to the 6 hour, and honestly, for the first 2 hours, it projects well above average, and then it comes down and sits closer to the skin for the remaining 4 to 5 hours. But the fragrance is absolutely fantastic. It is what the name says. It is a Southern Peach Tea. It says that there's fresh Georgia peaches in it, and I'm not saying that it's not, because it smells like there are. I thought that a Bitter Peach by Tom Ford, I haven't found many good peach fragrances out there, and I thought that Bitter Peach from Tom Ford was good, but I didn't want to buy a full bottle of that because it's like $400. And I have to tell you, this fragrance is better than Bitter Peach. If you want a peach fragrance and you want to smell great, this is going to lean unisex. Honestly, so is this one. They're both unisex. You can wear it feminine or masculine, and same with this. It does have that unisex factor to it. It smells really, really, really good. I gotta say, this year, I'd say it's probably in my top 3. So when you first spray it on, you get hit with that orange and that cardamom, as well as that peach and that tea are gonna be sitting aside, but they're ready to pop up real soon. You get that nice, almost like a creamy orange with a little bit of a fresh spiciness in the opening, but that dissipates so quickly, and those Georgia peaches come up with that Southern style tea, and it's really a Southern style brewed tea with peaches in it. It's fantastic. When you get to the dry down, you get this really nice, almost like a dark fruity fig that comes in. It's not too heavy, it's not too in your face, and then you get some musks, and you also get vanilla. And whenever the vanilla comes in and mixes with those peaches, it almost becomes like a peaches and cream tea, which actually smells really good, and it doesn't feel synthetic. You know that there's some natural notes in there. Again, those peaches and that tea. It is really a good fragrance. It's really hard to explain outside of the fact that it smells like a Georgia peach tea with a little bit of vanilla in the dry down, a little bit of fig, and in the opening you get that cardamom orange mixture. It is almost, I'd say I would give this fragrance a 9. I mean, I like it a lot. My wife gave it an 8. She said it's good, not the best thing she smelled, but she also would rather it on herself. And she did wear it herself as well. So as far as women out there, if you like those type of fragrances, if you like peach fragrances, give this a shot. This one is $135 on his site, and I believe it's 100 milliliter. I'm not 100% sure on that either. Again, I'll probably put stuff on the screen as I'm going through this video since I didn't have all the information. But the two fragrances here are going to be Unaverage Patch by Makin Scents or Unaverage Joe. Great job, Joe. And then we have Coastal Carolina Parfums, and that is Southern Peach Tea, one of my favorite fragrances of the year. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know again if you've tried them before in the comments, and I'll be back with another video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I really appreciate it.